never been to a chiropractor in my 21 years of life, and I've done all kinds of sports, and I have slight scoliosis, and I have unaligned hips, and so I'm just always in all kinds of pain with my back and my neck and hip area. So.
Okay. What hurts the most?
Usually my back.
Okay.
But if it gets too long without me cracking it, like it extends up to my neck and then my lower lumbar around where my hips socket goes. So.
Okay. So when you say my back, where? Mid? Can you point to it?
Like usually up around my lungs and the back.
Okay.
Typically one side more than the other. But yeah, like I said, sometimes it spreads to like the lower sockets down here in my lumbar up through my cervical up here.
Okay. So when were you diagnosed with scoliosis?
When I was really young.
Okay. And did you have back pain when you were really young too?
I probably had back pain since I was like 12 because I've done dance and stuff and gymnastics. So.
All right. So when you have back pain, what do you do to make it feel better?
I usually just try and crack my back.
Okay. How do you crack it?
Well, if I'm laying on my bed, I like roll my one leg over and like kind of twist myself that way, or I grab the corner of a wall and do the same thing standing. And if I'm sitting, I kind of just do that, crack a little bit there. But
what kind of things make it worse now? Do you notice, is it worse in the morning or worse at night?
Probably at night, just because like throughout the day I'm always moving around and doing stuff, and I stand a lot for my job because I work at a restaurant, and then like I said here, driving gives me, because I'm like stuck in one position, or if I'm hunched over building, if I work outside with my parents, so that kind of stuff.
Okay. And do you ever have any radiating pain into your legs?
No.
Which hip is it, or both hips?
So it depends on the day, but it can be both.
Do you have headaches?
Sometimes.
Sometimes like once a week, once a month?
I don't know, I don't really keep track, but...
Okay, so they're pretty random?
Yeah, but I do notice I do get headaches when my neck is kind of stiff,
okay.
So...
Okay, so how often do you have the neck stiffness? Is that like a daily occurrence or a couple times a week?
Yeah, probably a couple times a week.
Okay. Have you ever had any major traumas? Any car accidents, injuries?
Yes. I was flipped 4 times, and this whole right side of my body was smashed into the center console.
How old were you?
15.
Okay. Okay, are you taking any medications right now?
No.
Okay. How's your mental health?
Fine.
Okay. Are you sure?
The only thing I'm struggling with right now is my boyfriend left for the Navy like 3 weeks ago, and I haven't got to talk to him. So I'm a little sad over that, separation kind of thing. But other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
So.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for saying that. Actually, that's really important to just acknowledge it and say it out loud, and just like your body hears that, and so that's very medicinal for you.
No, I cried yesterday over a screwdriver, but really it was because I hadn't cried since he left. So.
Yay, good. You broke free then. You broke through.
Yeah. I blame the IKEA furniture, though. It was stressing me out. I was laying there in the middle of my bed frame that I couldn't put together because I didn't have the right screwdriver, and I was just, like, crying. And I was like, everything was hitting me at once. I was like, I miss him, and I'm stressed out. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, the whole thing here is to try to get your body to relieve stress. And so if we can relieve some stress, this will help maybe with some of your emotional coping as well.
Okay.
The podcast I was just doing actually was about emotional health and coping mechanisms. So what are your coping mechanisms?
Well, I've never actually thought about that. I don't think about any specific things I do. I kind of just carry on. That's always how I've been. So.
Just keep going, huh?
Yeah. I think it's like best to keep busy personally, so I just don't have time to think about it. But clearly when I was laying there in my room alone with my bed frame, I had time to think about it, and I broke down. So, but it was needed, I guess. Yeah.
All right, well, I would just invite you to consider the possibility that this is a very important learning experience for you, to just not keep going sometimes. To keep going is usually the opposite of what people have with mental health challenges. Usually it's a holding on to things and to dwell in that like sorrow, because the feeling of loss and the sorrow of loss keeps you attached to it. This happens with relationships when they dissolve a lot, is that people think that like being sad helps them to stay connected to the relationship that they lost. And so they remain in that sadness instead of just moving on like you have. So everyone's trying to balance it out in some way, and I invite you to consider that your balance may require you to stop and listen sometimes.
Yeah, probably.
But you already did it, so you're past that. Now you can keep on.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you feel about getting adjusted? You excited, nervous?
I'm more excited than nervous because the cracking doesn't scare me. Some people it scares, but so I'm not nervous.
Okay, very good. All right, so what we'll do is start off with an exam, and then I'll get you adjusted, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see what your spine says. Go nice and normal. Feet first, a little bit of external flare on the right side, and the knees actually following in that same direction too, so the right side's coming out this way. All right, looking at the shoulders, it looks like the left high shoulder, so we're looking at the convexity on the left. High left shoulder, high right hip. Arches look okay on both sides. We can test that again. Okay, I'm going to start off with a very gentle scan on the top of your spine, okay? Okay, I'm going to do a temperature assessment with the back of my fingertips. A little bit increased heat here in the concavity of the scoliosis. So this is mostly thoracic lumbar curvature. Has anyone ever taken x-rays of your spine?
I don't think so.
This is where all the heat is, up here between your shoulder blades. But your pain is a little bit more towards your...
Yeah, it's usually over there.
And this is just peeling from sun tanning.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Why are you apologizing? That's the pain.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't hurt. It's just like when you push there, like.
It's tender?
Yeah.
Okay, pushing a little bit. Okay, any tenderness here?
Yeah.
Here?
Not so much as the other one, but a little bit.
Okay, so we were reading here on the upper left, thoracic spine, then mid right underneath the shoulder blade, and then the lower left, sacrum. March in place. Good. Yeah. Put the arm swing in there. Actually, it helps kind of exacerbate other things. Okay, so there is restriction on the right side, and the hip is not moving forward, but the left hip swings forward more. Do a glute fiber assessment. So you're going to feel my fingertips on the back of your hamstrings, okay? All right, so we're going to slide this up to the gluteal fold. It's slightly lower on the right than the left. Looking from the top, they're even. And so there's a little bit of a rotation here. And so the left the left gluteal fold is back further. So this would be the EX, so possible ASEX on the left, PIIN on the right. Okay, very minimal rib humping here. Actually, there's very little rotation in your scoliosis. It's just a lateral bend. So come back up. And so that means your lateral bend, or so that means your scoliosis has a convexity on the left. So it curves like this into your lumbar spine. It's a primary curve. There's only one curvature here. There isn't a second curvature coming back. And then your pelvis is rotated just slightly this way to compensate. I'm just looking at the micro swaying in your body. And so you either sway forward or you sway to the side, or a little bit of both. But do it one more time because you had a little bit of both. Stop. Look straight ahead. Did you feel that? Mm-hmm. Your lateral sway there. So you have a little bit of both.
Yeah, it feels like a circle a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that one more time. March in place. Relax. Okay, category 2. Tender. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a leg length assessment now. I'm just looking at the length of your legs. We had a high left shoulder and a high right hip, so we expect to have a short right leg. Okay, so I'm going to bend your knees. Try not to help me, okay? Let me do the work. Okay, do you have any pain when I push here?
No.
Any pain here?
A little.
Here?
Slightly, yeah.
Here?
No.
This is tender.
Yeah.
Tender.
Yeah.
Left SI. Which also correlates to the scope reading. Okay, so let's put the blocks back under. I'll do it here. Okay, I'm going to push back down into your left hip again. Do you still feel that same tension? Okay. Good, that means that the blocks are efficient. They're placed in the right way, that they're taking tension out of your pelvis. Tender. Tender.
Mm-hmm. little bit, but there's some spots that are just like send me chills more than others.
How's that pressure okay? I'm gonna lower this headpiece down just a little bit like that, Lexi. Okay, Lexi, I found a couple things to adjust here today. We're going to start off with this thoracic spine here. This is the main component here. This is where you feel all your pain. We had a temperature reading here. This is the apex of the scoliosis, so this will be an important adjustment here. But you also have a lot of tension up here in the top of your shoulders, and this isn't primary, but this is important, so we'll start up here, and that'll help loosen things up by the time that we get down here. After I adjust your thoracic spine, I'm going to reanalyze your lumbar and your pelvis, but so far it looks like we're going to adjust your left SI joint. After that, we'll flip over and look at your neck, okay? Okay, so let's practice an adjustment now, just because you've never been adjusted before. So what you're going to do is breathe. All you're going to do is breathe. Breathe in through your nose, and out through your mouth. I'm going to follow your breath down like this, and then at the end of your breath, we give a little push like that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's do that again. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, let your shoulders sink in. Go with the shoulders down. Okay, one more deep breath in and out. Go let everything sink. Okay, let's do this. Go ahead and, keeping your legs straight, lift your right leg in the air.
How high?
As far as you can. Good, down. Now left. Down. Was one side harder?
The left.
Okay. We're gonna bring this up. Let's see here. We're gonna bring your hips down like this. Then we push in that direction, okay?
Okay.
Okay, breathe in and out. Good, shoulders relaxed, good. Good. Lay on your back. I'm gonna straight right here. I see. We're gonna bring this here to here. Okay, so same thing here. Keep that nice and straight. Okay, breathing. Okay, we're gonna adjust the lumbar first on this side. Good, shoulders relaxed. We're gonna bring this down. Lay on your back. Go ahead and turn your head to the right. Back to center. Now to the left. Center. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Center. Right ear to right shoulder. Center. Good. Okay, so we're gonna start off on the right side. I'm gonna bring your head over to like right about there. And then from there we push in that direction, okay?
Okay.
Okay, nice and relaxed. Let your shoulders sink in, let everything go. Good. Close your eyes, there's nothing to look at right now. Good. Nice and gentle. We're just going to push in this direction. That's very good, Lexi. Keep breathing in. Good. Out. Okay. Now. Good. Let's test this. Let your head relax and just kind of sink in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4.
Oh.
That one?
I mean, the whole yeah, those all hurt.
5. Okay, let's check for edema. Here, feel that fluid there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can actually feel whatever something's moving.
Yeah. Okay, let this relax. Let this sink in. Gentle breathing. Good. Good. Let this go. Let it go. This is a noisy ankle.
Yeah, it's probably like because my cartilage is gone and a lot of my joints from gymnastics. My wrists are like...
Push out to the side. Push, 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 push. Relax. Okay, hold your knees together. Hold them together. Hold, hold. So the ileocecal valve we locate by finding the umbilical, the ASIS here, and the spot in between. We cut it into thirds, really, and we start from there. Tender.
Oh.
Breathe into your belly. Again. Again. Keep breathing into your belly. Okay, pyloric sphincter, 2 inches above the umbilical. Breathe. Breathe. Very tender in your diaphragm, your breathing muscle. You don't have any problems breathing?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you do cardio?
I should do more, but sometimes.
Do you get out of breath easily?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna raise the legs up. Your arms are in a good space right there. You're just gonna want to do nice, gentle breathing, okay? Keep your teeth together, and then we're gonna pull in that direction, okay? Okay, breathe in. And out. Good, gentle.
Oh my gosh. Oh. That scared me a little bit. I felt it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel it in your mid-back?
Yeah, I can feel it down in my lumbar. Ooh.
Is that painful?
Mm.
Do it again. Can you keep doing that?
Mm-hmm, I can do it all day.
See, that's just... Keep going. It's your lunate. It's okay. Okay, stop. Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean?
It's just like it's just ligamentous instability, right? So the ligaments aren't holding the lunate in the same position constantly.
Is that from probably the floor? Yeah, this one's not as bad. It's actually a little bit of a different sound. This one's like more...
Let's see that one. That one's clunky. Let's do that again. This one's that's your radius or your ulna. I can't tell. Hold on, keep going. It doesn't happen when I squeeze it as much. It changes.
It's harder, yeah.
It's your radius over here.
I've never broken, sprained anything.
Mm-hmm, yeah, gymnastics is just rough.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm sure you could do some cool tricks though. It's very flexible.
Hyperextends, yeah. You can keep going if... I know, I'm weird.
Tinder?
No.
Tinder?
No.
Do you cycle on time? 28 days?
Wait, what?
Do you cycle on time every 28 days?
No.
Slower?
It's like...
Random,
yeah.
Is that forever too?
Well, I mean, when you asked me if I was on medication, I guess I should have said
Birth control?
But, yeah. So it's... I honestly didn't... Like, I just... Almost a whole year, I just didn't get it. And they were like, it's fine. I was like, okay. So...
It's not fine.
They were like, it happens. It's... So I was like, okay.
Were you extremely stressed or depressed? Or were you like working out 8 hours a day?
I mean, I don't think I was
This is when you were.
stressed.
This is when you were on meds, on the birth control, or not?
I still am. It's been like 5 years.
Okay. Oh, so when you didn't have a period for a year, that was when you were on birth control.
Yeah. But I was concerned because I know the internet isn't always right, but like, they're like, oh, if you don't get it for like 3 months, you should probably call your doctor. I was like, okay, because I'm supposed to. There's like those ones. I don't have the one where you're not supposed to get it or the shot or anything. So I was like, is this okay? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. So I said, okay. So I don't worry about it anymore.
You're gonna live.
Feels better
Good.
since you've like stretched me out.